We're here post-match at Agborough after Kidderminster Harriers 0-0 draw with Dorking Wanderers. Got manager Marc White with us. Marc, what are your initial thoughts after the game?
Yeah, brilliant point. Yeah, brilliant point. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that from the lads. We finished last Saturday under a little bit of pressure. We had a long trip midweek to York, unable to train as a result of that. So we only done like a recovery session on Thursday, planned this match. 2 long away trips, 4 points, 2 clean sheets. Like I said, really, Kiddy had that benefit of having no midweek game. They've won the last 4 games straight.
Yep.
Phil Brown in charge, he's an ex-Prem manager, he's got a real tune out of them. Boys defended brilliantly. I thought on the balance of the 90, I think it'd be unfair if anyone said they should have won it, but I think we had the better chances. I thought we created a lot of last third moments without really, barring Josh's shot, testing Dibble. So yeah, really pleasing, and I don't think we had a lot to deal with at the other end, in fairness. I thought Tony Craig, Hollis, Cook, when he was there, and Frankham had a great game.
Yeah, and like when we spoke before, obviously you said about the style that Kidderminster you thought they were going to, and it kind of did pan out like that, didn't it? And Tony Craig and Hayden Hollis and George and anybody that was kind of in that back part of the pitch, Dan Pybus as well in that first half especially, were really just winning everything, weren't they? Really strong and kind of had everything kind of dealt with. That's
it. I think it's spot on. I think it's spot on. The game plan was as expected, and the players we knew had to have a good game. I mean, there's not many centre halves in this league would cope with that sort of bombardment, but Hollis and Craig I thought would be pretty suited to the game in Frankham, and they were. So yeah, it's listen, it's been a great week.
Yeah.
Ridiculously tight league table. You know.
Yeah.
Which we won't worry about that really. It's I mean, it's borderline a 13 game start from fresh really.
Yeah.
I think the boys have shown massive character, massive gonads really this week, and the fans have also shown it. I thought the fans have been amazing this week. So many fans came here today, loads up from Dorking, loads local to here, and it is those supporters that we do it for, and it's the supporters that get us through it. And you know, they've shown as much resolve, the fans, as the team have. It's not an easy division. These were a full-time outfit. They had no game midweek. They would have planned for this all week. And we've had a tough week, mate. We got back from York at 4 in the morning. Tom Blair and Joe Cook got back at 5:30 down to Bournemouth. And it does have an impact. So I think it makes the point all the better. And this great away form and clean sheets continues. Which we're happy about.
Just on some of the personnel involved today, what were the thought processes with the substitution? Obviously, Niall McManus coming off and Joe Cook coming on. Was that a change of shape that you kind of went to a little bit there?
Niall had hurt his ankle. Yeah, Niall was struggling. He was on the physio bench at half time. So we put Bobby out wide right. Joe, actually, I thought both played a great game. Bobby's in I think one of probably his best spellers out at the club. He really benefits playing in a team with loads of experience, Bobby, to be honest. I know he's no spring chicken, but I think it's important. I think, you know, I'm Bobby's biggest critic, but we're seeing a different side to him at the moment, dogged, good decision making, and he's really got a brilliant spirit to him, as have a lot of the lads. And it's brilliant, mate. It's really good. And we should be really pleased with that.
I think one thing that you probably feel as well, that even getting in with the fans and everything as well during the games, is that they're kind of buying into that need to be a bit more pragmatic, especially on the road and stuff, especially with the York result. And then coming here today, we haven't got people walking away going, oh, it's disappointing, it's 0-0. Got a lot of people already saying to me and on social media, that's a really good point. And I think there's a lot of people that really kind of buying into that now, and maybe not seeing what we've known to be the sort of traditional Wanderers, but a different side to the Wanderers, and really showing that you tuned that and the players have bought into it as well.
Well, look, we've got, you know, Matt Briggs, Jimmy Mewett, Seb Barman, James McShane, a lot of boys injured in that last third. So we obviously have to set the team up in a different way to try and be effective, and we've done a good job of that. But it's a brilliant point. It's like, you know, full-time football teams, they've won the last 4. It's Phil Brown ex-Premier League versus Marc White, gold card holder at every nightclub in Surrey and Sussex. Do you know what I mean? And as a club, that's where we've come from, and we need to just remember that. So we're still punching, still doing a good job of it, and we're looking organised, we're looking professional. I'm delighted for the fans, but I tell you what, this is a really good point here. Really good point.
I think everybody would agree on that. A week now, a couple of training sessions before the next home game. That must be a bit of a relief as well. Yeah,
well it is. Yeah, it really is. We obviously want to transfer the away form to home,
which
is a bit of a weird thing to say.
Play somewhere else next week.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If anyone wants to lend us a ground. Look, Ebbsfleet, it's the old sparring partners, Ebbsfleet. But we've got their number.
I'd imagine Meadowbank is going to be packed out next week, won't it? It'll be good. It should be good. Obviously, they've had a good result today, but I'd imagine they'll bring a fair few down to Meadowbank next week as well, to make it a good atmosphere.
You know, obviously Dennis has gone now, and Damien's down there, brought in Danny, and they've had a great result today, I see, and that makes next week a great game. That's how it should be, though, isn't it? Let's pack it out. Let's see. We can put 3,000 in there for a bit of a rivalry. That one, I think, a nice rivalry. We've got a lot of work to do this week. We're short of players in the final third. Need to see where the goals are going to come from. I think that's important to me. But at the moment, we can just enjoy the journey back. That was a really good, well-earned point on the balance of play, and I thought we probably shaded it, if I'm honest with you, across the 90.
Okay, well, have a good week.
Cheers,
have a safe journey back. I'll see you next Saturday.
Mate. Cheers, James.
Hey, mate.